So, in recent news, Nicholas J. Fuentes has called Brandon Tatum a effing idiot. Not only that, he dropped the N-word multiple times. Shocker. The guy who calls himself an actual racist said the N-word. Oh my gosh. That is insane, right? Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Rico with the OT Cowboy Show, and I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you guys for sticking with me thus far. I'm sorry I've been absent for the past couple of weeks. I got custody of my son, and it was his first birthday with me having full custody of him, and so we had to do it big. We took him on a camping trip out of town. We went down to Georgia, lived off the land, roasted some marshmallows, and now we are back, man. I am back, and we will be releasing as many videos as we can to you guys. There will be an influx of new videos coming out over the next week or so, because I had a few videos that I'd already pre-recorded, and I didn't have time to get them edited and released in time, so I'm sorry if any of the topics are a little old. We're going to do some updates, get those recorded and out to you guys as fast as possible. But with that being said, man, I just want to say thank you all for the support. I appreciate all of the new subscribers, and stick with me and stay tuned for what is coming up next. As I said before, Nick Fuentes has dropped the N-bomb. He has literally unloaded the N-nukes. That was cheesy. He dropped the bombs, and he has called Brandon Tatum a effing idiot. Let's check this out.
But guess who decided to use the N-word to bring up yours truly? Lil Hitler, Nick Fuentes.
Would I? He's an idiot.
Hey man, Tucker, them some hey man.
He's a idiot. Brandon Tatum is an idiot.
I put this on my life. He would never say this to my face.
For anybody who knows me, you know that I am a huge fan of Brandon Tatum, man. That is my dude. I've talked to him very, very, very briefly. Like, he's responded to my messages a couple times. He's a great guy, man. I look up to him so much. He's actually one of the biggest inspirations for me starting this show in the first place, to be honest with you. He is also the main reason that I joined Blexit. And he's the reason that I am who I am today, to be honest with you. Him and Charlie Kirk and Matt Walsh are some of my biggest influences. And so hearing Nick Fuentes say this stuff really pissed me off. And not even just that, as a black man in America, honestly, like, I don't usually allow people to stir up anger in me with their words. The N-word, it's very offensive. It's wrong to even for anyone to use it, not just white people, for black people to use it too. The soft A does not make it better. Okay, I don't think that anyone should use that word. It just makes you ignorant, and it shows your lack of intelligence. But yeah, it kind of pissed me off, right? Kind of made me mad. And previous to this happening, I had looked into Nick Fuentes' stuff, and I was like, you know what, man? He's actually got a point. Like, he was talking about how black people, white folks generally come into the hood and they see a group of black people and they get afraid and they feel like, hey, maybe it's not smart for me to go over there. I was like, to someone who's soft and sensitive, like, yeah, that would be very offensive. But if you have common sense, you sit back and you take your emotions out of it, you think about it. He had a point, right? Nick Fuentes does genuinely have a lot of really good points. I know Brandon hates him. I know that they hate each other, but they have their problems. But listen, I'm perfectly okay with seeing when someone makes a good point. And Nick Fuentes has made a lot of really good points, right? And so therefore, with that being said, I said, you know what? I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into this, and I'm going to find the original clip before I form any opinions, even though he did just say Brandon Tatum is an effing idiot, N-word. I still want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I still want to see exactly what it is that he has said before I form my own opinions about the situation, right? So, with a lot of digging, it took me a lot of digging. I found the original clip. And hold on, wait. Let me say this. it took so much work, man, to find this original clip. And yet he has, when I did find it on Rumble, he had 485,000 subscribers, 485,000 followers. But it's so hard. There was literally Reddit posts of people saying, how do I find his originals? How do I find his show? It's difficult to find. That speaks volumes for this man and how much pull he has, that people, it's that difficult to even find him at all. And yet he has that much of a following. It's absurd. Okay. So with that being said, anyways, I found the original clip. And of course, we are going to play that original clip here. And then I will let you guys form your own opinions about the situation from there. So let's dive right into that.
He was probably my number one favorite.
There's this guy called Officer Tatum, aka Officer Talmud. You should watch his 30 Minutes Crash to Nick Fuentes x Tucker Carlson interview. Lol, and his comments are filled with Zios who despise you.
Why would I? He's an idiot.
Hey man, shit. Hey man, Tucker, nigga, them some bitch ass nigga. Hey man.
He's a fucking idiot. Brandon Tatum is an idiot. Dumbest person I've ever heard. He should get an education. Officer Tatum should get an education. He should learn how to fucking read.
Woo! Hold on, let me go full screen. We got to go full screen for this. This guy is wild. Okay, not only did he say the N-word multiple times, I hope YouTube doesn't cancel me for not muting his words. Those were not my words, YouTube. Those were Nick Fuentes' words. Not only did he say the N-word a lot of times, which I've since found a lot of clips of him saying the N-word a lot of times. I was digging through his Rumble trying to find that exact moment, and each video was an hour and 36, almost 2 hours long. And I had to dig through a lot of them.
White ass nigga going hard as fuck. Absolutely. All day. If you're not a white ass nigga going hard as fuck, I don't want to talk to you.
To find that clip. And let me just say, I am 100% convinced that Nicholas Fuentes is in fact a racist. Okay? I wasn't before. Now I'm very much sure. Yes, he makes good points, but you know, they say even a broken clock is right twice a day. This guy is 100% racist, okay? I promise you guys that is a fact. And I have proof. I have proof because, like I said, I do my research. I dig deep before I make a decision. This is the OT, the Original Truth show. And so I like to find the original truth, not the BS that the media gives us, but the truth. So, this is from Nicholas J. Fuentes' page. This is a swastika that came from one of his followers. Here, I'll go full screen so you guys can see. So, what you are looking at here is one of his followers actually commented a swastika made completely out of emojis, which takes a lot of effort. And you can see below that, I see your art, I raise you, with another swastika emoji. I don't even know where you find a swastika emoji, but yeah, that's in there. And below it is beautiful, love it. Another one looks like it got flagged, so you can't even see it. But yeah, it's not just him. It is a lot of his followers also feel the same way. I mean, I'm not surprised. The guy literally said that he loves Joseph Stalin and that he is, proud to be a white supremacist and a racist. Not only is he racist, but at least the bare minimum of 136 of his followers are also racist. So explain that, right? And I've talked to a few groypers, and each groyper that I've talked to has also had some racist views. And I just want to say this, man. I just want to say this. It does bother me that a lot of conservatives, quote unquote conservatives, are supporting Nick Fuentes and following his movement very heavily. And it really bothers me because as a conservative, I don't believe that it means that we are racist. I don't think that conservatism inherently makes us a racist or a fascist or a Nazi. But when I see people like that, like Nick Fuentes, giving these libs that ammunition, it's kind of hard to fight for us. It's kind of hard to defend our movement. Like, what do we say? Like, oh, yeah, I'm a conservative, and Matt Walsh and Brandon Tatum and Candace Owens, but we don't claim Nick. We don't claim him. He's not a real conservative. Everything he says that he stands for, everything he fights for, does align with the conservative movement. But there's also some things that don't, maybe just racism. Racism might be one of those things. Like, how do we defend this? How do I tell my black family and liberal coworkers, how do I win them over for our side when you have a guy who says he supports Joseph freaking Stalin? Yeah, he said that. Let's roll the next clip.
It's actually funny. It was December 18th. I remember because that's an important date to me. And it's Joseph Stalin's birthday.
Oh.
I'm a fan.
You're a fan of Stalin's?
Mm-hmm. Always an admirer. But we don't need to go into that. I guess. Like...
Well, that's okay. Let's get back to it. We'll circle back to that.
It was weird because the reason I mentioned that, it was almost like, because I woke up that day and I was like, oh, it's December 18th. And I was just like very acutely aware of like, today's like a strange day. This is the day that the attempt happened.
Nick Fuentes is openly racist. He has called himself, he has said himself during his interview with Candace, I used to say that I was racial, but now I just say I'm racist.
He said, you're kind of post-racist. You're sort of after this craze where everything was racist. It's sort of this recognition that we live in a heavily racial world. And, look, sometimes we have racist feelings. Racist feelings like, I want to live in a white neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live in a black neighborhood. If they were all like you, obviously it'd be a different story. Black America is the way it is because of hip hop music and the Great Society and that kind of stuff. And I think the uncomfortable reality is a big part of it is intrinsic. I am racist, I would say. I believe in the races. I believe there are white people and black people and Hispanics and Asians. And I think that it's a core part of our identity. It's who we are. And there's like this conservative reflex to say, we're colorblind. Race doesn't mean anything. And, Pat Buchanan said this. He said, it's not everything, but it isn't nothing.
Nicholas Fuentes has literally claimed, he has said, we've heard him say it, that he used to think he was racial, and now he just considers himself to be racist. I guess where I'm going with all of this is, it seems to me that he is totally okay with being racist. Like, he's totally okay with the world seeing him as racist, and he has said a lot of things that have given off this viewpoint that he genuinely believes that the white race is superior to other races. And he's also said things like, I don't want to marry, I want my kids to look like me, and which is fine. Honestly, a lot of the things that he says, it's like not a problem by theirself, but when you put them all together, it's kind of like a serious problem. And also, I hate the fact that he has become this figurehead now, and there's literally hundreds of thousands of people that support his thought process. He is really like contaminating the conservative party, the conservative movement, and I hate it, man. I genuinely hate it. You guys tell me what you think. Do you think that Nick Fuentes is conducive to the conservative movement? Do you think that it's okay to be openly racist? Do you think that it is okay for a person who says that they are openly racist to also use the N-word left and right? And yeah, you tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I personally don't like him anymore. Like, I never really did like him, but I thought some of his points were good. And now I feel icky after watching his videos. But like I said, you guys let me know in the comments below. No judgment anywhere, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the video, and join the community. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.